Hello everyone, welcome to the What's on Your Mind podcast, where we talk about whatever we want, whenever we want. I'm host number 1, Brendan, and
I'm host number 2, Caleb.
So, Caleb, what's on your mind today?
Today, I'm thinking about the 4 C's of marketing.
Ah, nice. So, I've heard of the 4 P's. Is this like the 4 P's of marketing?
Kind of like the 4 P's of marketing. They're not the exact
Is
same.
it just like an add-on?
Yeah, you can
Like
say...
in the next level of things you got to start thinking about.
Yeah. You can think of it like that.
Yeah, okay, so do you know what the 4 C's stand for?
They stand for customer, cost, convenience, and communication.
Okay. Which one would you say would be better to focus on, P's or C's?
I would say, honestly, both should be focused on as much as possible, but if I had to pick one, I would say the 4 C's.
Okay, yeah, like, is it more, what's the difference between the P's and the C's? Is the P's just more business focused, or the C's are people focused?
Yeah, the 4 C's are more focused towards the customer and, of course, the people working in the company, rather than the 4 P's, which are mainly used for marketing.
So if P's are more the logic based, the C's are more focused on the people.
Yeah.
Okay. What is kind of the meaning of all of them? Because I know you said like convenience and cost and such. Cost and price, like what would you say the difference between that are?
So when I think of cost, I think of like what would the customer be paying out of their own pocket for the specific product, because the cost has to be within a range to where the customer would want to buy it. Because if you make a product too expensive, it's going to turn away most of your potential customers from what you're going to do. But if the product is too cheap, then people are just going to think you're trying to lowball them, or you're just selling something that's not really worth paying for.
So it's more of the psychological side of price.
Yeah.
You also want to take in cost of production.
Yeah.
Okay. Convenience. How's that different from just place?
Convenience is really towards making sure that the customer isn't inconvenienced in any way by your services. So making sure that their products arrive on time, they have quality shipping materials that their stuff is packaged with, using reliable sources for getting the packages to where they need to go. It's really just to convenience the customer rather than,
Yeah, I see. You're kind of making sure your employees know what they're talking about of the product. You don't want to give them I don't know answer.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, okay. Communication. What about that one?
Communication is mostly for both, actually. You could use it in the workplace or for the customers. If you use it for your employees, it's really good for trying to communicate with your lower ranks, or trying to communicate with your higher ranks. Really, though, it's just so that way you can spread ideas throughout your workplace or your offices, wherever you need to go, get memos out, or just get changes done that need to be done to make sure your company can succeed. And if you're talking about the customers, then really it's just more sending out updates to specific customers, when their packages are going to arrive. Take Amazon, right? They usually have a tracking system on their website or their app that you can check and see where your packages are. Really, it's just having good communication with customers allows them to have ease of mind that their products are they have their products and they're on the way.
Okay, I think I see what you're going at there. Now, all the C's, they seem to relate back to one thing, the customer. What about the customer part of the C's?
Customer...
I mean, I've seen that one is the most important of the C's.
See, the customers, they're the people who want to buy the product. They are the people who you are trying to get to buy your product or your service. Really, you use all of those to combine to try to get the customers to buy your product. And that's why I would say they're probably the most important of the C's, because the customers are either going to make your company succeed or they can make your company fail.
Absolutely. So, final kind of question I got right here. Do you think any of them could be removed, or any should be removed?
I would say no. I think that really all of them are equally as important, and I feel if you remove one of them from the mix, you won't succeed, because you kind of need all of the other three together to make the customer really want to buy your product.
Kind of need to take everything into consideration. You leave one out, you're missing a bit of the field.
Yeah, you're missing out on something, and then that could, lead to people turning away.
Yeah, like in sports, you don't want to leave just one kind of space open on the field there. That's just prime for the taking.
It is, yeah.
You wanna be able to cover as much as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of all the time we have for this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
We had plans for a second topic that was a bit more out of left field, not business oriented, but we kind of just ran out of time today. But that was a good deep discussion, wouldn't you say?
I would say it was really good.
Okay, well, I think we'll hopefully be able to try and cover more next week, and see you then.
All right, see y'all.
Hey, by the way, episodes are going to be coming out every Friday at 10 a.m. EST, so make sure you set a reminder and be there.